Hey guys, it's Roblox Tycoon and welcome back to Theme Park Tycoon 2. In this video, I'm going to be showing all the stuff that was added in the most recent update. So the main thing they added in this update, or the main thing that was added was the new Log Flume with just a redesigned Log Flume. The ride is exactly the same. I'm going to place it down. You also did see this other feature with the track designs, but I'll go over those later. So I'm going to start by placing down okay, go back to water rides. One of these custom designs of the new Log Flume. I'm just going to build with it a little bit. Stop going into chat mode. Game, stop this. So it's pretty much the exact same as the other Log Flume. You know, you can build the Flume tunnel. You've got your little conveyor hill, which actually looks way more detailed. I mean, of course, that is what is happening with these remodeled rides, is they're becoming a lot more detailed. But now it looks really cool. You've got this section up here, and at the top of a chain lift, it appears that it doesn't have water automatically until you dip it down again, which is pretty much the same as the splash boats, so that's not too surprising. Other than that, I do think it is pretty much the same. And I don't remember if it automatically turned on chain lift when you went up, but it does that, which is cool. So, yeah, that's the new ride. Let me just show what the log cars look like, because they're pretty cool. It's a much more detailed ride. I think it's even got like a lot more seats now. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Stop this. I'm bad at controlling this game, apparently. Get me out. And now it's gonna crash. Well, you could probably see there that there are a lot more seats in this log compared to the other one. So this ride has higher capacity for your guests, which is quite nice. And I can't quite tell. I think the log is, well, no, it's almost certainly longer than one station size. It crashed again. So you'll need more than one, more stations if you want to add more rides. I'm going to test that out and figure out how many that you need. Yeah, so from the testing I did right here, it does look like each one needs 2 blocks of station. The reason that it only allows 2 on the 6-block station is because the logs need a block section. As far as I can tell, I'm not sure if that's intended, but that's how it appears to be. You need a block section, so 2 empty station blocks for each log you want on the ride. Which I'm pretty sure is different to the old Log Flume, so that might end up changing. But the rest of these can only hold 1 because they do not have enough space for 2 extra logs. But other than those slight differences, it looks like the old Log Flume and the new Log Flume are pretty similar. So, yep, it's a reskin of it's a remodel of the old Log Flume with a few changes, and I have been getting comments on some of my previous videos asking, that's not what I meant to click on, asking how you unlock roller coasters and rides in some of those in the update videos. And I think I've said it for most of them, but there could have been some that I missed, so I'm just going to make sure that I am clear that this is how you unlock the Log Flume. You need to get the Don't Drown achievement, which you get by building some water using the terrain tool, which all you need to do is go into the Edit Terrain Height or Block Manipulation, remove a bit of ground, it could be any amount, go to the water section, place some water in here, and you'll get the Don't Drown achievement, so then you can build the Log Flume. Now, the other thing in this update is the pre-built tracked ride designs. Those are really cool because there are some preset rides that you can just place down in your park without having to build an entire roller coaster or ride, which can be quite helpful if you aren't really confident at building roller coasters or if you just don't want to build one. So as you can see, if you click on, for example, a junior coaster, you can select either this figure 8 track design or the custom design. And it does show the cost of this and the size of it, 6x14. So you'll know if you can fit it in, and you've obviously got the preview of the ride. And then you can also move it up and down or wherever you want. Place it down. I'm going to place down all of the pre-built rides, and then I'm going to ride them at the very end of the video in case people want to see those. But I don't want to get in the way of the other features of the update. So I'm just going to show this junior coaster one. It is pretty simple. It instantly places down a fully functioning ride that you can just open up by clicking the open button, and then you can immediately ride it. It's a pretty simple layout. I believe all these layouts were built using the basic editor, not the advanced editor, but these are still some quite nice rides you can just throw in your park if you want. So these are pretty cool. And aside from these new pre-built track rides, there are a few other changes. You can view when the currently loaded park was created. There were balancing changes and some adjustments that tend to happen in a lot of updates. So those are all the features for the update, so now I'm going to go and place down all of these designs. And one thing I just noticed while trying to cycle through these is when you press E, it'll cycle through the track designs as well. And there is the swan boats. Yeah, before I start writing these, I do want to say that if you enjoy this video, you might want to subscribe. Subscribing's cool. But here we go. Let's watch all the roller coasters, starting with the junior coaster from the front seat, because that is the best seat to watch from. Yeah, this one is just a pretty simple junior coaster layout. Yeah, there's not much else to say about it. And the other neat thing about these pre-built rides is that some of them do come with a bit of scenery. So you can see this one has got some crystals and some bushes and trees around it. That's quite nice because it just gives a little bit of decoration, and it could give you some inspiration. Alright, here is the Wild Mouse. So let's ride this one. And now this Wild Mouse layout is pretty cool because it's pretty similar to Wild Mice in real life. However, there are block breaks on it, which, that's pretty cool. That's realistic to real life, but the block breaks do slow you down quite a bit. Obviously, these aren't made using any game passes. However, if you do have the Ride Operations Game Pass, you might want to make the brakes a little less effective. And since I wasn't the only one on the ride stopped here because it doesn't have space for the next block section. So let me just try putting it into testing mode to fix that. Hopefully it'll let me through in just a second. So yeah, this Wild Mouse is pretty cool, but it does travel a bit slow at some parts. Anyway, on to the Corkscrew Coaster. I forgot what this layout was called. It had a cool name though, but this one is very big and involved, and it's got a couple loops. It's got one loop. Actually, it might only have one loop, but it does have some other cool elements to it. So let's hop on the Corkscrew Coaster. Alright, so that's the Corkscrew Coaster. It's got a pretty neat layout, and now I'm going to head over to the water rides. I guess I'll just do the swan boats first because it is the closest. And I did want to put this one in water, even though since I have disabled collisions, I can place it out of water just so you can see a little bit better where it's going. There's the swan boats. Now let's go over and try out the splash boats. This splash boats layout is really small and short, but it does get the job done. It is a pretty good splash, and I went to Great America yesterday, California's Great America, and this is pretty similar to the Whitewater Falls ride they have there. So that's cool. It is accurate. If the ride will let me open it properly, just test. I guess we're going to be looking at this boat right in front of us. I hope we don't crash into it. That would be quite awkward. This is just what testing does, apparently. Yeah, we don't need to watch that final turn. Now we're going to head on to the brand new Splash Boats ride, or no, the brand new Log Flume remodel, and check out the two layouts that we have for this. I'm going to go with this one first. This one's a simpler one. I'm pretty sure this one's called Double Drop because it's got that double drop over there, which is kind of cool. So let's try it out. Yeah, and like I had said, this one does rely on block sections. So it does require the 6 stations. Anyway, let me go to the... Okay, I'm gonna... and like I said, this one does have 6 stations because it relies on block sections. It looks like there might be block sections after the drops or something, though, which is quite interesting. So let's watch this ride. Let me go to actual first person. There we go. So there is the first one of the log flumes, and now let's head over to the other one. This one's got a little bit more interesting of a layout, but it's also not too complicated. Okay, there is the final log flume. So that is going to be all for this update video. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe, check out my other videos because you might like those. And go check out these new update features because a lot of them are pretty cool. So yep, that's all I have to say. So goodbye.